In our Sunrise Smart Start this morning, the gunman in the mass shooting in Buffalo pleaded guilty yesterday morning to 15 state charges.
Those charges include domestic terrorism motivated by hate, the first time anyone has faced this charge since it was implemented in New York in 2020. The shooting left 10 black people dead and 3 others injured. The shooter also faces federal charges, and if convicted, he could face the death penalty.
Yesterday, state police alongside the Livingston County District Attorney announced the arrest of former Geneseo police officer Christopher O'Rourke. The 29-year-old is charged with a criminal sexual act in the 3rd degree and official misconduct.
This comes after allegedly pulling a woman over for drunk driving and then demanding oral sex. Christian Garzone was in Livingston County for O'Rourke's arraignment and filed this report.
O'Rourke pleaded not guilty to the charges last evening. He was released on his own recognizance. He did, though, have to sign an order of protection to stay away from the alleged victim. Police say in early July this year, O'Rourke was involved in a traffic stop in the village of Geneseo, arresting a woman for drunk driving. Weeks later, that same woman came to the authorities with allegations of sexual assault. She claims during a courtesy transport, O'Rourke demanded oral sex under threat. Here is Livingston County District Attorney Greg McCaffrey on what the former officer could be facing.
The performance of the oral sex was under the threat of her being taken back to jail. The charges carry a maximum sentence of 1.5 to 4 years with the Department of Corrections. Officials say this is considered a criminal sexual act in the 3rd degree, a Class E felony, and the official misconduct is a Class A misdemeanor. McCaffrey also said O'Rourke worked for the Tompkins County Sheriff's Office after July of this year. Police say he was fired from there for making a verbal communication of a sexual nature to a citizen while on duty. O'Rourke also worked for the Watkins Glen and Mount Morris police departments. McCaffrey wants to be clear, though. The allegations against O'Rourke do not represent the vast majority of law enforcement here. While there may be a strong misconception that police may be above the law or are willing to look the other way when one of their own may have engaged in criminal conduct, I can tell you that nothing is farther from the truth, and that the consensus in this county is that no one, absolutely no one, is above the law.
O'Rourke is due back in court on December 13th. In Geneseo, Christian Garzone, News 8.
Christian, thank you. All of this is still under investigation by state police. They ask anyone with information on this or any other possible case involving O'Rourke to call state police.
The city of Rochester is taking the next step in shutting down a homeless encampment on Loomis Street. A fence is being built to keep people off the property. In response to the news from the city, council member Kim Smith said the problem of homeless encampments will continue to persist no matter how many fences are built. Instead, she suggests additional funds and a policy that would not require people to wait a year and be drug-free before housing referrals are made. Local advocates say recovery isn't easy.
Nobody chooses to be out here sleeping in tents in this weather or any other time. It's that we have inadequate resources and support.
City officials say they've partnered with the county for months looking for alternate options, including shelters and recovery services. Discussion on the encampment issue are expected to be in court December 15th. A cease and desist order has been issued for those refusing to leave.
Police have identified the woman who died after a crash Sunday afternoon on Rush Lima Road near Honeoye Falls. 32-year-old Janelle Johnson died in the accident. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says the vehicle Johnson was driving veered over the double yellow lines into the other lane, hitting another vehicle. The crash sent 2 others to the hospital. Both are still in recovery. RG&E and NYSEG will suspend late energy payment charges from December 1st to April 15th of next year for all customers. They say it's in response to current market conditions raising energy prices, and it'll only make it more difficult for customers in the winter. RG&E is asking state regulators for a double-digit rate increase that would take effect next year, while facing criticism from ratepayers about a lack of customer service and irregular and oddly high bills. The start to this flu season has kept pediatricians in Monroe County busy, and they say it's only going to get worse. Respiratory viruses are more dangerous to young children whose immune systems are not built up to handle the flu season. The New York Department of Health shows Monroe County is in the top 5 for influenza cases across the state, and doctors anticipate this trend will keep rising. They want parents to be on the lookout for symptoms in their kids.
The things that we watch for mostly in the babies are the work of breathing, how much they're getting fluids in, and whether or not they're having fever and struggling. And so if you're worried about any of those things, you see they get a dry mouth, they're not eating as well, drinking as well, their muscles are starting to pull in when they breathe.
More than ever, pediatricians recommend getting your child a flu vaccine, which are covered under all insurance plans.
All right, 6:52 right now on your Tuesday morning, and one more chance to check in with weather and James this morning. Good morning, James.
Good morning. We're just starting to see first light out there. Official sunrise time about 7:20, so if we don't see anything now, it's likely going to be cloudy. That's what we expect for most of the day. Clouds hanging out with us for a good portion of the afternoon as well. Could be some spots of where we see a little bit of sun. But numbers climb nicely. We get into the mid-40s later this afternoon. I do expect to see some spots just hanging, stuck kind of in the lower 40s there. Otherwise, tomorrow is the day. We expect highs around 50, but that comes with rain. We'll take a look at the 8-day forecast at the end of the show.
All right, James, thank you. Taking one last look at the roads this morning. Same story out there, no accidents to report. Everything is looking good. All the main arteries are running on time, including 390, 490, and 590. So if you're heading out the door this morning, you should not have an issue on the way to work or school. The Pirate Toy Fund's annual toy drive is underway. The drive kicked off last Friday.
And today is something else we're focusing on, which is Giving Tuesday. We're up to $77,865 right now for Rochester, with a total of 330 donations. I don't have the fast math on me right now. Sorry, folks. But at last check, the average donation was $259 per person, which is great. So keep going, Rochester. That's wonderful. All right, circling back, though, now to the Pirate Toy Fund. The goal of this is to provide toys to infants and teens in local hospitals. The program's executive director says this year, especially, every donation they can get is helpful.
This is a great community. When the chips are down, people come out and help us. And I know everybody's struggling with the economy the way it is. But even if you can give us a couple bucks, those couple bucks go a long way. And we got to say thank you, because we couldn't do it without the community.
He adds the program is year-round with multiple donation spots, including the major malls and Wegmans. The toy drive runs until Saturday.
Hopefully things are going good out there.
Yeah, so far, not too bad. We've got clouds hanging out with us as we get on the bus stop. It feels like this week has been a month long, just on the second day after a long...
We're not into Wednesday, James.
I know, right. Goodness. It is Tuesday. 7:20 is the sunrise time. We'll start off in the 30s, eventually finish into the 40s. That's this afternoon. That is nice. But guess what? We've got 50s in the forecast. That happens tomorrow. It comes with a lot, though. It comes with rain, comes with wind as well. We could be gusting over 40 miles per hour, and that wind lasts. It's not just Wednesday. It's likely through Thursday morning. Then a little bit of lake effect pops up for Thursday. That's going to focus east of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. A little bit of warm up by Saturday.
All right. Thank you, and thank you so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update is coming up in 30 minutes, and of course, CBS Mornings is up next. Have a wonderful day, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.